In this daily drop, I'm going to talk about donating your equipment and what you should think about when doing so. So let's go. All right, here we are, 5 minutes later after shooting the last episode of the Daily Drop. I changed my shirt. Variety is the spice of life, they say. I guess this is the variety. I don't know. Okay, so for quite some time, I have had some lighting, primarily equipment, and some other equipment that I have wanted to donate to my kids' school. It's high school. They do a fair amount, like a lot of schools do, in terms of content creation. And I am well aware of where the missing pieces are or the gaps are in terms of their equipment. So I have intended to, for quite some time, donate some stuff that is older equipment, still very, very current. And it's important when you do something like that that you do it the right way. Because at least here in the United States, and it will be different in different countries, different regions, depending on where you are, if you donate equipment to an organization, then that can be a tax write off. Now, of course, a lot of people are going to offload their equipment on eBay and various other marketplaces so that they can get some of that money back. But in this case, it was a decision already made that I wanted to donate the equipment from my company to my kids' school. So I put all that stuff together. It has, even with an estimated 20 to 25% depreciation, about a $6,500 to $7,000 value. And it's going to be equipment that I think the school is going to be able to use all of the time. And again, if you want to sell your equipment, that's fine. But I think that if you can identify an organization that could use that equipment regularly, you can get a tax write off if that's something you can do where you live. Then, in many ways, that's the best of both worlds. It's a little bit different than when you want to upgrade a piece of equipment and maybe you're going to take some, let's say, 3 or 4 lenses to get that one lens that you want, or you're selling off some gently used cameras because you want to upgrade to a newer camera system or systems. But I think it's a great way to go. The thing that you need is a paper trail. So when you donate that equipment, make sure it's very specific in terms of what the company is, what the product is, product or name, um, and then also the estimated cost. And that's pretty easy to find nowadays. You can go to B&H's website, you can go to eBay, you can go to Amazon, depending on what it is that you're trying to donate, and you can get a pretty good sense of what that's going to cost if somebody was buying it as a used item. Some of the stuff that I'm donating is practically brand new. Some of it has been used on jobs pretty regularly. So you kind of have to find out where that line is, and you want to be honest about that. But if you sort of take the current selling price of that product new and you depreciate it by a certain amount, then I think you will be okay. But get a receipt, get something from that organization who you're donating it to so that you have something in writing saying this was donated, what was donated, so that you can actually use that for a tax write off. Is everybody going to do this? I don't know, but it sure feels good to me to be donating this equipment. And then the bonus is when I do my taxes, there's a little bit of a write off there. But it's more about it being used. And if it's not being used by me, I want it to be used by other people. There you go. Don't forget to. And to. And I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.